Fall is the best season, and it's not even close. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm giving you my top 10 most anticipated fall movies, pretty much my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. It's crazy that summer movie season has come and gone, but before I get into this thing, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your most anticipated movies for the rest of the year, subscribe and hit that notification bell to help me reach my goal of 85,000 subscribers here on the channel, and check out my Patreon link down below. Your support goes a long way over there. So let's go ahead and jump into this list. This is just based on the vibes that I'm feeling right now. This could change any given day. So coming in at number 10 for me, Maestro. This is Bradley Cooper's next film. We got a quick little teaser trailer recently, and it looks very fascinating. I'm big on historical biopics if done right, and Bradley Cooper has proven he is a very capable director, as A Star is Born is like a top 2 movie from 2018 for me. He crushed it there. I'm excited to see what he does here with Maestro. Could this be the movie where he wins an Oscar for acting? We'll have to see. It's tough competition this year. Could he win an Oscar for directing, though? That is a very good question. I hope Maestro delivers. Again, I adored A Star is Born, so of course my expectations are going to be pretty high. There's 2 routes a biopic can go, and I hope this one is the fascinating one and not the snoozer one. Only time will tell, though. That's going to hit Netflix, I think, at some point by the end of the year. At number 9 on my list, I've got Wonka. I know the trailer's been kind of divisive online, and people have not been crazy about Timothée Chalamet's performance. I'm all here for it. The trailer embodied this whimsical, magical feeling, made me almost nostalgic for some weird reason, and I'm ready for it. I want that feeling the trailer gave me injected into my veins right now because it's joyous. It's got musical numbers. They have really concealed those, and the trailers haven't really showed too much. We haven't heard Wonka sing, but I believe that is what's going to be happening in the film, so I'm looking forward to that as a musical fan myself. So what's not to love here? Timothée Chalamet is the man. It's got a nice cast, and it's this wacky world of Willy Wonka. Sign me up. I really am looking forward to it. I think this could be like the hit of the Christmas season, because Aquaman 2 I don't think is even going to end up coming out, but if it does, people might rather go see Willy Wonka on the big screen over Aquaman 2, so only time will tell. At number 8 on my list is Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF. This is based on the popular game series, and I've actually never played the games. I think once I played for like 10 minutes at my friend's house, so I'm very unfamiliar with the overall FNAF lore, which excites me as someone who can go watch this movie without any expectations of that or any like ties to it. I can just watch the movie for what it is, and that excites me. It's got Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard, and that trailer fully sold me. It looks creepy, but not like full-on horror. It's more so like not a family-friendly horror, but like a tamer horror that can get you almost excited for that Halloween spooky season. It looks creepy as hell. I'm sure it is going to be a good movie. It's sort of piqued my curiosity in terms of checking out the FNAF games, possibly on Twitch one day. That just sounds like a really fun time. It could get a little wild over there, so maybe I'll end up doing that. But at number 7 on my list is The Marvels. Look, I've loved the MCU since 2008, and I will continue to love the MCU. I think this movie looks fun, and I know a lot of people are already turned against it, but I am really digging the trailer so far. You've got Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Monica Rambeau teaming up Nick Fury and more Flurkins. I mean, I'm sold. I don't think this movie is going to be on the level of Infinity War, Civil War, even Guardians 3. It's kind of foolish to even compare them, because every MCU movie should be like its own thing, its own distinct genre, and have its own vibe. This one looks like it's going to do just that. I believe this will probably be the best we've seen Captain Marvel in MCU. Monica was a highlight in WandaVision, so of course I'm excited to see her again. And Miss Marvel was a delightful character in her own show, so why not pair them up? Let's see what the MCU can do. It'll be a nice little change of pace. And the first Captain Marvel did $1 billion. Will the Marvels match that? Only time will tell. I'm very curious to see how this movie is received, and hopefully it is a win for the MCU. But number 6 on my list is Dumb Money. I always forget about this movie when people ask me, like, what's your most anticipated movie of the fall? Dumb Money's high on this list. Craig Gillespie is directing it. He did I, Tonya and Cruella in the show Pam and Tommy. You've got a loaded cast. I'm not going to be able to even name everybody, but Paul Dano, Sebastian Stan, Pete Davidson, Seth Rogen, Shailene Woodley, like the list goes on and on. I'm sure even Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, I could sit here and rattle off names for hours. Anthony Ramos. It's about the whole stock scenario regarding GameStop a few years back, and I'm very curious to see how they do it. It seems like one of those corporate biopic type movies almost like The Social Network or Blackberry, that chronicles like the rise and fall of someone's smart plan. And those movies are always right up my alley. Plus you've got a director helming it that I have a ton of confidence in, a star-studded cast. The trailer looked like the film's going to be well edited and like fast-paced, keeping us engaged as the audience. I'm down. This is one of my favorite genres of movies, so Dumb Money, sleeper most anticipated movie for the remainder of 2023. But next on my list, we're getting a new David Fincher movie. It's called The Killer, and Michael Fassbender is actually the main lead of the film. Anytime David Fincher makes a movie, it's probably going to be pretty high on my list. He's one of the best directors working today, and we don't know much about this film. There's no trailer yet, we haven't even got a poster, but Michael Fassbender, incredible actor, David Fincher, elite filmmaker, pair those two together in a sort of gritty thriller movie, I'm here for it. I can't distinguish if it's going to be more action-based or more of a thriller. I hope it's more of a thriller, as that's where David Fincher really excels. You've got Zodiac, Gone Girl, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, Seven. Films like that are almost David Fincher's bread and butter, so I'm hoping this sort of aligns with that. And that just has me excited thinking about it right now. I know it involves an assassin, and David Fincher, that's really all I need to be sold. I'd watch this movie without even a trailer. It has to be one of my most anticipated for the rest of the year. But number 4 on my list is the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now the reason this is so high is because it's sort of nostalgic. I haven't read the book. I plan to hopefully read it before the movie comes out. But the Hunger Games films were like cultural events when they came out for me in 2012, 13, 14, 15. I saw them all in theaters. They were the talk of the town when they came out. And so going back to this world on the big screen is going to be special. We're getting a President Snow origin, I believe. And again, I haven't read the book, so I can't speak to it too much. But Peter Dinklage, Viola Davis, Rachel Zegler in the lead role. I love this cast. The trailer really sold me, and I'm just really interested to revisit this world of the Hunger Games. It's a significant part of growing up, the Hunger Games series, so let's see what the prequel can do. I'm looking forward to it, and probably revisiting the original films before this prequel comes out in November. At number 3 on my list, I've got Killers of the Flower Moon, the new Martin Scorsese movie. Again, he's one of those directors that anytime he has a new movie, his film's going to be pretty high on my most anticipated list, and that paired with this cast is why this is number 3. Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Jesse Plemons, and Brendan Fraser are all the headliners in this film. It's 3 hours and 26 minutes. I'm here for a Scorsese epic. He knows how to do them better than most, and I think this movie looks fantastic based on the trailers. It premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, I believe, to rave reviews, so I'm sure it'll be an Oscars discussion come next year. But my God, am I excited. I was a big fan of The Irishman, and of course a lot of the Scorsese mob films. This is less of the mob movie, but it just seems like a very interesting story to dive into. It's going to have a lot of layers to sort of dissect as well. So looking forward to it. I think it'll be an Oscars frontrunner. Sign me up. My runner-up, and this might shock you, is Dune Part 2. If you've been with the channel since October of 2021, I wasn't crazy about the first Dune. I said the movie felt incomplete. It wasn't marketed as a Part 1, so I was like, what's the deal? I enjoyed a lot of the technical aspects of the film, but I didn't really love the characters. Well, Dune Part 2 looks like the movie I thought Dune was going to be. It's bigger in scale, there's more action, it's more immersive in terms of like the actual world, and all around, I think I will look back on Dune Part 1 and enjoy it way more once I've seen Part 2. I said that in my review back in 2021. I'm actually going to clip that in my Dune Part 2 review. But regardless, it looks epic, it'll be a nice continuation of the story, and maybe it'll be the final part. I don't know if they're going to do a Dune trilogy or not, but regardless, I'm on board. I saw this trailer in IMAX before Oppenheimer, and it was like, okay, this is legit. I'm sold. Number 1 might shock you. Saw X, Saw 10, whatever you want to call it. I'm going Saw X just because it sounds cooler. But Saw is one of my big like horror franchises that I love. Really, a lot of these movies are just not good movies, but they have these absurd plot twists and they retcon each other that it's fun to dive into the lore of this franchise. And the first Saw movie is legitimately great. The first trilogy, like first 3 films, really, really good in my opinion. And that first Saw film, oh, it's so good. That's why I'm so excited for Saw X, because it seems like it could be the best maybe since the original. Jigsaw is almost the protagonist here. It's taking place between Saw 1 and 2 as a prequel film, and the trailer fully sold me. I can't wait to dive back into this series and watch Saw X, and I have high hopes, hoping that it will actually be one of the best Saw films. The trailer won me over. We don't need to see any more marketing. It looks like a win for Saw, and there's going to be a lot of familiar faces appearing in this movie. Amanda, there's rumors of Hoffman. Who knows who else could show up? What are they going to retcon? What's the big twist going to be? That's why you go to a Saw movie. You go for those insane final reveals, and I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us with Saw X. But those are just my 10 most anticipated fall movies. Let me know yours in the comments down below, and be sure to hit that like button. Of course, I'm excited for other movies that didn't make the list. These are just 10 that I was feeling at this moment in time as of recording this. But be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you guys again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.